experience the full power of the dark side.
There's a Star Wars readathon going on in the month of May. May the Force read with you. Hey guys, it's Kira here, and I haven't done a TBR video in quite a while because between reading slump and medical stuff, if you guys are interested in what's going on, I'm going to put a link over here for my last video that I posted discussing everything that's been going on with me and where I've been. So there is a readathon coming up, and I'm a huge Star Wars geek. Of course, I'm a Sith Lord, hopefully by the end of this readathon, because this has several different things. So this is a May readathon by 2021. I'm going to put Eric's video down in the description below. He's one of the hosts for this, and I'm really excited to get into this because this is the readathon that I feel like I always needed. There is 3 different paths that you can go on. You can either be part of the Jedi Order or part of the Sith Order. If you read 5 books for them, you end up as a Master of the Order. But as a Sith, you also have 5 different levels, and it's Sith Apprentice rank 2, Sith Master rank 2, and Emperor. And I'm aiming to be the Emperor because your girl wants to rule over the galaxy with my red lightsaber. There's some prompts also on here. They have the light side of prompts, which is Jedi Council, sequel or a book in series, Force Spirit, a book with paranormal elements, healing, read a book from your favorite genre, knowledge, read one of the oldest books on your shelf, TBR, cleanse, book with a white cover. They also have a neutral area, force sensitive, force vision, midichlorians, telekinesis, and lightsaber. And then they have a dark side. And I have chosen to walk the path of the dark side. There's also 5 prompts for this as well. Rule of 2, read a book from a duology. So for that, I decided to read the first book in the Crier War series, One Mortal, One Made, One Loved, One Betrayed. I bought this book quite a while back, and I've been meaning to read this. This is a sapphic romance, and it's been blurred by Tara Sim. Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time, but after the War of Kinds ravaged the kingdom of Rabu, the Automae, designed to be playthings of royals, took over the estates of their owners and bent the human race to their will. Now Ayla, a human servant rising in the ranks at the house of the sovereign, dreams of avenging the death of her family by killing the sovereign's daughter, Lady Crier. Crier, who was made to be beautiful, to be flawless, and to take over the work of her father. Crier has been preparing to do just that, to inherit her father's rule over the land, but that was before she was betrothed to Skyer Chronic, who seems to have 1,000 secrets. That was before she discovered her father isn't as benevolent as she thought. That was before she met Ayla. Set in a richly imagined fantasy world, Nina Varela's debut novel is a sweepingly romantic tale of love, loss, and revenge that grapples with what it really means to be human. I've been dying to read this, so I feel like this readathon is going to be the perfect time to get into this, and I think it's got a little bit of a science fiction edge to it too. So, and I've heard really good things about Crier's War, so I'm really excited for this. The next prompt in this is Lightning, a book under 350 pages. So a few years ago, I started this book. This is How to Lose the Time War. This is also a sapphic romance between 2 different people that go through time, and one's considered red and one's considered blue. And they are actually leaving them each other notes throughout, and it's kind of an angsty thing. I had started it, I think I got about 50 pages in when I started a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed what I read of it, but I never got around to coming back to it. So I feel like this is going to be perfect since I have to pick a book that's under 350 pages. This is actually fairly short, but I'm really excited to read this because I have heard such wonderful things, and it seems like the people who have read this have absolutely loved it, and I need more 5-star reads this year because I've been lagging for 5-star reads. The next prompt is Force Vision Manipulation, a book with political intrigue or royalty. So for this, I decided to pick this book called Witchy by Ariel Selmet Reyes. This is a book that I got in an owl crate, I think last year, and it is a graphic novel. It's really cutesy, but this is kind of an interesting thing. It says basically however long your hair is will denote how much power you have. And those who are strong enough are conscripted by the Witch Guard, who enforce the law in peacetime and protect the land during war. So it sounds to me like that there's going to be some political intrigue in here too, because hair length defines how powerful you are, and if you're too powerful, then you're kind of a threat. So I've been meaning to read this one as well, and I'm like looking for a few easy reads because I've been kind of struggling like with everything that's been going on to read bigger books. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. The next prompt in this is called Seduction, and it's read a romance book. So I decided to pick this one, The People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is actually an early release, and I'm really excited to read this because this is the same author that wrote Beach Reads. And I read Beach Reads last year, like while I had like a month like where I was at home, working from home, and so I had a little extra time. And it was so good. Like, it was very angsty, like I love the characters. And I've heard the people like that have already read this have gotten similar vibes and have enjoyed this almost as much as Beach Reads. So I'm really excited. Honestly, like, I'm not really sure like what this is about, but I picked it up solely because of the fact of who the author is. And it says Poppy and Alex, they have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. She has an insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City and he's in their small hometown. But every summer for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together. Until 2 years ago, when they ruined everything. They haven't spoken since. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she was last truly happy, she knows without a doubt that it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex, and so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation together, lay everything on the table, make it right. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she has a week to fix everything, if only she can get around the one big truth that has always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, I'm so excited to read this because Beach Reads was a 5-star read for me, so this is definitely one that I'm really excited to get to. The next book is Corrupt, which is to read a book with a black cover. So I decided to go ahead and try to get both of the duology, because this is the second book in the Starwars series, which is one I just showed you guys for my other prompt. So I figure I'll read this one and this one because I really have been wanting to dig into this series, and this series has got like over 4 stars on Goodreads, but Goodreads is kind of like whatever at this point. Not because like of their ratings, but you know, other drama and stuff like that's been going on. I would Google Goodreads like if you guys are interested like in that kind of stuff. But Crier's War is the first one, Iron Heart is the sequel, and this is a duology, and I was hoping like to go ahead and just read the whole duology because like I'm kind of like in the mood for some sapphic romance. Now this readathon also has the option to have companions, and so in the light side you have allies, and there's 2 for that. You have bounty hunters, which is neutral, and then you have minions, which is the dark side, and of course I'm going to be picking the dark side. So they have the one called Galactic Empire, a book over 500 pages. So for that, I'm actually going to be reading Gods and Monsters, which is the 3rd book in the Daughter of Spoken Bone trilogy, and is the final book in that trilogy, and I'm super excited. It's kind of a chunker, so I figured like that would be the perfect opportunity to kind of incorporate that one when I have like kind of a few shorter reads, like, you know, several shorter reads on this. And I'm really excited for that one too. This is like the 3rd book. This book is about an angel and a demon, like they kind of fall like in love with each other, and like everything like kind of like just gets uprooted because of this, because it's not supposed to happen. Like these two, the angels and demons, are supposed to hate each other, and then there's not like one that hates each other, and that kind of like messes everything up. So I really enjoyed like the first one. The first book I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm really excited to see how this series ends. We are doing a read along right now, and so we read Daughter of Spoken Bone in March. In April we read Blood and Starlight, which is the 2nd book, and then in the month of May we're going to be reading Gods and Monsters, which is the 3rd book. So I'm really excited, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. So for more details on this readathon, I put the link to Eric's video down in the description below in case you guys are interested in reading along with us. It's going to be like a lot of fun. It seems like it's going to be a fairly easy readathon to kind of get into, so I'm really excited for this. You cannot double up on the books, so that's like why I went ahead and just like picked like 6 books, so I'll have at least 1 minion in the whole scheme of things. But Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, hit the little like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon if you guys want to receive emails every single time I post. I'm also on Amazon, Goodreads, Instagram, and TikTok actually. And if you guys are interested in following me on any of those, the links are down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon.